How's it going, everybody? This is Willie with Legacy Discoveries. Let's talk about some strangeness. So in 1989, the United States Navy actually documented what they call a biological anomaly. Detected at 52 hertz and a very, very deep depth, what they identified as a whale is actually what they have dubbed 52 blue. The reason why they dubbed it 52 blue is because it sings at 52 hertz, which is actually above the hertz level of any blue whale that actually sings up to 40 hertz. So this has actually been an ongoing investigation from the United States Navy, along with oceanologists and even NASA too, considering that they all use the same technology that's provided by NASA. Still to this day, since 1989, they have never been able to lay eyes on it. So they only have audio recordings, and just a handful of, too. To make matters even more interesting, too, is that every time that they do find these audio recordings, it's usually during a male's mating season, or a whale's mating season, too, which gives it kind of a eerie background to it if you think about it, because it's never been answered by another whale. That's interesting. Every time they recorded this 52 hertz song, it's always been at the deepest depth of where a blue whale can actually dive to, which also makes it even more interesting too, and gives light to the theory that's also swinging around that possibly it's not even a whale, but something that is mimicking the whales in order to eat. The blue whale is actually among one of the largest animals to have ever lived on this planet too, so that gives you kind of an idea of what kind of dinner plate we're looking at here. To shed more light on this investigation, too, we've actually discovered more of our space than we have of our own ocean floor. Now let's bring things into perspective here, because perspective means absolutely everything. The perspective is basically the detection of the spectrum in which your eyes and your ears are only able to perceive 0.0035% of the entire measurable spectrum. I think it's safe to say there's a lot that you're missing. So for scientists to basically come to this conclusion that they've found a whale off of an audio recording and no other data to be provided or accepted by the masses or anything like that with any other explanation, is kind of ridiculous, don't you think? I'm not arguing with the fact that they have found something real, okay? I understand that they have found something real, but to depict it immediately as a whale, that to me sounds a little ridiculous, jumping to conclusion before evidence has been provided further. This also goes without saying that in a court of law, if it's visual contact or visual evidence that is provided, witnesses, you need at least 3 witnesses for a statement to become a fact. This should also be said for the same of evidence itself. There should be 2 other forms of evidence in order to back up the first. 3 forms of evidence in total: physical, audio, and visual. Now buckle up. We have since documented all 3 types of evidence, in fact, even more so in the Sasquatch field, and yet still it is considered a ridiculous, preposterous, what other words can we think of, nonsense belief that they even exist. And yet there's been over thousands and thousands of people to report it, and a lot of them in groups of more than 3 people at once too. Physical evidence, okay, visual evidence, audible evidence, casting tracks, collecting hair samples, collecting tissue samples, collecting scat. There is more evidence out there to provide you with the realism of Sasquatch than there is for 52 blue. And yet 52 blue is real. Final point that it comes down to, it's not the amount of evidence that's provided, it's the acceptance thereof. God bless and stay squatchy.